Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Good, I'm Mr. David White here, a technology expert at TFNN. We have a great show coming up for you, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. This is a beauty, man.
You've got them, don't you?
I like this one, man. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 198. NASDAQ was up 29. S&Ps are up 20. Gold contract on $4.30, traded at $1,227 an ounce. Silver off 9 cents at $19.47 an ounce. Platinum down 3 at $1,358 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.23 a pound. Light sweet crude up 30 cents, traded at $97.68 a barrel. Bonds up. The 30-year was up 10 ticks at 130.25. 10-year was flat. King dollar up 39 ticks, trading out at 80.28. The euro up 34 at 137. And the yen, look at that, the yen up a penny at 102. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. Cash S&P, 1806, it hits. We do 646 million out there versus 679. Cash S&P still not up there. Dow Industrials, and this was all about the numbers, folks, coming out this morning. Dow Industrials had light volume but wide price spread. You're up 198 bucks. We're at 16,020. The low of the high out there, folks, is 16,074. More than likely, you're going to see that hit Monday morning. We'll see whether I can get up and take out the high. I suspect the bottom of that will be hit, though. Now, here's the number, composite. The NASDAQ composite, folks, got over its high, couldn't hold the high. The high out there that we're talking about was 4069.75. We went to 4069.86. You did 1.7 billion versus it should be, well, versus 1.8. Bottom line should be banging a couple billion up there easy. So this is going to get interesting on Monday morning. And there's a bit of divergence, and this is what it is. If we go over to the SPY, excuse me, folks, the SPY closed at 180.94. Now, the high that it could not get to out here today was 181.75. What it's doing, however, it is pushing into that number with volume. So when it wasn't higher than 2 days ago, but it's still pretty good volume as it's pushing. So we'll see whether it's going to try to get up into that high. We go look at the small caps. We'll use the IWM first. We have with the IWM, that did 35 million shares. There wasn't a divergence in that. That was coming down with 43 million shares. The 3Qs, that's still the strongest one out there. The 3Qs did 36 million shares. That was closed up at $86. That is 4 pennies over the high. Gold contract. What we have with gold out here, I like what's happening with this contract, folks. I would have rather that it closed at 12.31. But bottom line, what you had out here again today is that it tested the lows, rejected the lows once again, and closed out at 12.27. The gold contract, I want to see the gold contract over 12.31.60. Where that 12.31.60 comes from is the high of the low on June 28th. You know, we hit that low out there at 11.87. So when we had come into that on Tuesday of this week, we come in with dramatically lighter volume. What you need is a total rejection. We don't have it yet. That's the bottom line. So it looks to me like it's trying to reject the highs of it. And it would have been really sweet because we would have got a rejection on a weekly, too.
I've got a couple questions.
Yes.
Normally, just about forever. Every time we've had a low in gold,
Yeah.
it's been a V bottom, right?
Right.
You come down, you hit it. What's the opportunity or thought that maybe this isn't a V bottom, but maybe it goes sideways for maybe a week or two and bores everybody for a while?
Oh, it'd be dangerous. No,
Yeah.
I'm with you. You know, the problem, this is a great question, man. The problem here, folks, right now in that physical market, no doubt, is that I do not want to see this go sideways.
Right.
Because a sideways down near these lows with this type of volume, we got some volume in this,
Yeah.
okay? It's lighter than it was on the 28th of June. But you go too many days sideways, guess what? It'll get cracked. It'll be a spike down extraordinaire, too.
In the intraday volume of that gold contract, how much of that was right around the time that the numbers came out, and how much of it was after 10 o'clock?
It was all of it.
Okay.
It was all of it. So when the numbers came out this morning, big job numbers, we knew they were going to be big job numbers. We did today 166,000 contracts. Well, in the 10 minutes that they come out, it did 23,000 contracts. The next 10 minutes, we did 19,000. So that's already 42.
Yeah.
Yeah. But volume's volume. So it's like, you
it
know,
is, but
and what had happened there, folks, it spiked both ways. It spiked down to 12.10 and then spiked up to 12.25. No, it went higher than that.
No, it was like 12.40.
12.45. Yeah, 12.45. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw 12, like 14 or 12.17 for a second, and then it just reversed right out of that. Went up to the top and probably spent, 5 minutes up there at the top, and then came back down.
Well, when these numbers came out, there's no doubt. And job numbers are there, folks. Unemployment came down to 7%. And, of course, the battle is out there as to, okay, is there taper, is not going to be taper, all of the above. Bonds. Let's go over and take a look at that bond market. We have with the bond market, USZ3. We're rolling this over anyway. There she is. So what you did have, though, is that they rejected that low. So this is going to be pretty wild watching how this shakes out. Let's see. 130, yeah. We're inside 130.14. That's all we had to be. This 30-year got down to 129.11, rejected it. We're 130.25.
Where'd the 10-year end up today?
The TYZ3. I think it was flat, actually.
Yeah, that's...
Which is impressive, yeah. So the 10-year did. She also got out of the range. Now, she's going against... See, the 10-year and the 30-year, folks, are going against the September 18th. Huge sign of strength out there. And so the 10-year got to a price point of 125.04. And I would, the 10-year, now this is with a little bit different setup. I really want to see the 10-year get back inside 125.23.
I probably heard 100 times this week it was going to be 3% at the close today.
Oh, I like that. So, and if we take a look at it, it's 2.85.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's the same where it was. And, we'll see where this baby shakes out. My take, though, is that what you're still going to see, folks, is that the 10-year stand, the mortgage rates are staying low, 10-year stand low. Now, we've had divergence, and the divergence has been between, I've had divergence, let's put it that way, and the gold market and the dollar, because last week, folks, they both looked to me like they wanted to go up. Okay, now, so this gets really sick, because the dollar yesterday gave it up, okay? Took out, where it was a complex ABC structure up, took out the B point, took it out with volume. Guess what? We're underneath the B point. Now, that's a problem because now that's saying that, guess what? That dollar wants to go after its lowest swing point. And, its lowest swing point down there is at 79.38.
What was the volume like in that contract today?
22,000. And it's lighter. It's lighter in a big way. There's no doubt about that. Okay, and that's not the end of the world. The deal that I'm trying to figure out the correlation here. That's what it really comes down to. The correlation between the commodities and gold in particular and the dollar. Because the fundamental deal is that dollar going up, gold should be going down. But when you're talking about getting gold out of the ground too, guess what? It's 11.79, 11.80. So
right now, my other thought of the day is: are we running out of time? We've got about probably the 15th of the month. We're going to have volume half of what we have now.
No,
and it's going to be hard to move this market any direction.
I agree. We have 1 week.
Yeah,
we have next week, and actually, you have next week.
Well, we have a late options expiration, which is Wallenchuck Wednesdays next Wednesday.
Okay.
So, and expiration is the 20th.
Right.
So my question is, are we going to have probably the last big volatility maybe by Wednesday of next week, and then volatility going to fall from then on?
But the thing that is wild, when I look at that, it would be crazy if it goes right up to Christmas, and that's when the vol comes in, which it could because of option expiration.
Right.
It really could, and that would really throw a spike in the market. You stay right there, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Dow finished up 198, NASDAQ up 23. We're going to be right back.